Okay, let's talk about something huge for any writer today. How do you turn a brilliant article into one that actually gets read? It's all about what you do after you hit that publish button.
You ever have this feeling? You pour your heart and soul into a piece of writing, you finally publish it, and then nothing. Just crickets. It is probably one of the most frustrating feelings in the world for a writer.
But I want you to reframe this because this is a total game changer. This isn't a problem with your quality. It's a problem with your visibility. In today's world, the best writer doesn't always win. The winner is the one who gets their message seen and heard.
So, how do we get heard? Well, it all starts with building a really solid foundation. Let's walk through the essential things you've got to do before you even think about sharing your work. Just look at this. Look at the power of a simple change in your title. How to be more efficient. It's okay, but it's pretty generic, right? Now, compare that to how I managed to finish a week of work in 3 days. Whoa, now that's a story. It makes a really specific promise, and you just can't help but want to click to find out how they did it. And that's really the heart of it. Your title isn't just some label, it's an invitation. It has to spark curiosity. It has to promise a real human story. You're not trying to sell something, you're just starting a conversation. Okay, next up in our foundation is SEO. And I gotta say, I absolutely love this analogy. Think of SEO as the road that leads to your house. I mean, you could have the most incredible home in the world, but if there's no road to get there, you're not getting any visitors. It's that simple and that fundamental. And the good news is, you don't have to be some kind of SEO wizard. Just follow this basic checklist. Weave your main keywords into the title, the subtitles, and the opening paragraphs. The real goal is just to write naturally for people, while also giving Google the little signpost it needs to help those people find you.
All right, so with that strong foundation in place, your article is actually ready to be discovered. But where do you find the right readers? And that brings us to our next big step, finding your audience. This right here is so important. Just sharing your article everywhere is like shouting in an empty room. The goal isn't to be everywhere. The goal is to be where your specific readers are already hanging out and having the conversations you want to be a part of. You know, being strategic means you have to understand that each platform has its own vibe, its own culture. If your article is professional, educational, well, LinkedIn is your spot. If it's a personal, emotional story, that's going to feel right at home on Facebook. The key is to match your content to the platform. It's that simple. And hey, want a fantastic shortcut? A way to find a built-in audience almost instantly? Submit your work to publications. Think about it. It's the difference between handing out flyers on a street corner and getting your article featured in a popular magazine. Your reach can literally multiply overnight. And your pitch? It doesn't need to be this super long, complicated thing. Just look at how simple and effective this is. It's short, it's direct, and you know what? It's human. It shows that you've actually thought about their audience, not just your own. And that honesty is what gets you a response. So, you've built the foundation and you've found your audience. But how do you make your message really hit home and, spread? That's where amplification comes in. This is honestly one of my favorite strategies. Don't think of it as just one article. Think of it as a gold mine of content. That single post can be sliced and diced into a quick video, an eye-catching image, a social media update, a snippet for your newsletter. You're basically squeezing every single drop of value out of the work you've already done. Now, here's a really powerful organic way to expand your reach. When you mention experts or brands that you genuinely admire, you're not just giving them a shout out, you're sending up a flare. If they notice it and decide to share it, their entire audience can become your audience in an instant. And hey, don't sleep on the power of a tiny budget. For just $5 or $10, you can give your article a super targeted boost on Facebook or LinkedIn. This isn't about going viral. It's about giving your article that little initial push it needs to find more of the right readers, and faster. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the most crucial piece of this entire puzzle, the mindset. All these tactics, they work, but they only work if you understand that promotion is not a one-time thing. It is a marathon, not a sprint. See, hitting publish isn't the finish line, it's the starting gun. This timeline shows you how to keep that conversation going. You share it right away, of course. Then you circle back a few days later with a new angle or a pull quote. Weeks from now, it can still be the perfect thing to drop in a relevant discussion. You have to keep fanning the flames. And this, right here, is the core philosophy that ties it all together. Writing the article, that's like planting a seed.
All the promotion that comes after, the sharing, the interacting, the patience, that's you watering it. And if you just plant it and walk away, well, it's not going to grow.
So here's the deal. You've already done the hard work. You wrote something great. Your seed is in the ground. The real question now is, what steps are you going to take to make it grow?